Hey guys, so in today's video, we're gonna focus on how I use my daily planner. This has been an absolute game changer since I've been working from home because I find that when I started working from home, I was just focusing on work. I hate to say it, but more often than I should have. And I wasn't taking care of myself. Like I was dehydrated, I wasn't working out like I should be. So I started using a daily planner and it changed my life. I'm not kidding. Like it changed my life. I started doing the simplest things and that's when things really started to pick up and I really started to stay on top of my personal life. I find that it can be, a little difficult transitioning from work life to working from home, from working in the office to working from home, I guess I should say. And when I was working in the office, you have your groove, right? So when we transitioned into working from home a little over a year ago, I didn't have a groove for working from home. So my personal life started to get hit a little bit, but with the use of a daily planner, I've been able to completely mitigate that. So I just wanted to share some tips with you today on how to use a daily planner. I will link some resources down below where I got the daily planner that I'm currently using. And then also Passion Planner. So I used Passion Planner years ago when she only had a weekly version. And I don't know when this happened, but she came out with a daily version and I'm obsessed. Obsessed. I have the digital version for my iPad. I'm not a digital planner kind of girl. I love it. I do use it sometimes. I use it most often on the weekends, but I'm a pen and paper kind of girl. So I'm using up the daily planner that I have now because actually, funny story, the daily planner I have now, I've had this for years as well, but because I was working in the office, I didn't have a need for a daily planner at work. I use a weekly planner for work. So I dug this daily planner out of the archives, out of my bookshelf, and started using it. And now I'm like, I can't imagine working from home without a daily planner. So I will link, I got it off of Amazon. I'll link that down below. I will also provide a link to Passion Planner's daily planner. One of the best things about Passion Planner, I think, is that she gives you free templates to use to try out to make sure that this is the planner that's going to work for you before you spend your money. So the reason I don't have a daily Passion Planner is because, like I said, I want to use up the one that I have now that I've had for a while that I haven't been using. Once I use this one up, I will definitely purchase the physical copy of the Passion Planner daily. So in the meantime, I'll link the free resource down below. You can print it out, see if any of these tips work for you. And other than that, I think I'm done rambling. So let's go ahead and get into it. Cheers. Okay, so this is a planner that I have. It's not, so I'm used to like large notebooks. I think this is like a 6x9 notebook. So I have this. It's really, it's cute. It's very minimal. I love minimal stuff. The gold corners are super cute and it's pretty thick, right? So one thing about this planner is it consists of 3 sections, which is why you will see 3 page markers down here. I will tell you right now, I don't use all 3 sections. I use the main section, which are the daily pages, and the notes section in the back because you guys know I'm a journaler and I love to take notes. So the beginning section has some typical goals stuff. I did not fill that, like the pages are blank. This is a mind map section, vision board, blank calendars. And so the thing about daily planners I forgot to mention is that because they're daily, you're not going to be able to fit 365 days in here. So daily planners are typically split up, and this planner has, let me see how many months. Looks like it has 3 months, which is pretty typical for a daily planner. I think so. It's 3 months, and I think that's how Passion planners are set up as well. There's 3 months in each. So if you wanted to have a daily planner for the full year, I think you need 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So you would need 4. But I think she does sell her Passion planner. I think she sells her daily planners in a bundle where buy 3 you get the 4th one free or something like that. But if you are an iPad planner, you don't need, you buy 1 and you're done, right? So Okay, so it has blank pages in the beginning that, like I said, I don't use. They do have a weekly view in here. I don't use this weekly view for anything because I have a weekly planner for work, and I have a bunch of planners. Like, I just use this strictly as a daily, so I skip over the weeks completely and we go right into the daily pages. So I'll show you what a blank daily page looks like, and then I'll show you an example of my pages, how I use them. So this is what your daily spread is going to look like. You've got this page on the left here where you have space for whatever you want. So while they give you ideas of how to use this space, like this says affirmation, I'm thankful for today's priorities, journaling stuff here, use it however you want. Use it in a way that makes sense for you. Don't get caught up in this box that they provide for you. It's simply an example. I will tell you that that has been one of the most life-changing things for me, I think, is to start getting creative. Like, turn on your creative juices. And if you don't need today's priorities, then use it for something else, right? Like, use it for something else. If you don't need this section down here that says X days, blank number of days until goal date, use it for something else. Okay, just get creative. So anyway, here's the spread on the left. And I love this page so much because you guys know I'm a journaler and I love to just like get some thoughts down and start my day off with a happy headspace. So up here, I typically will write my core desired feelings, which I might do a video on that. That is a concept that I got from Danielle Laporte. She's awesome. I love her. I'll link her site down below where you can find more information about core desired feelings. I always use the I'm thankful for because gratitude is very important to me. So I always use that every single day. This area changes what I use it for. Sometimes I use it for today's priorities. Sometimes I use it for things I just want to remember. The journaling and daily thoughts, I typically use this space for affirmations or just in Atomic Habits. James Clear talks about instead of living your life in an all or nothing mindset, start telling yourself, so instead of being like, I get 5,000 steps every single day, that can be very, all or nothing, right? So if I don't get 5,000 steps today, I'm like, oh, I negate the steps that I did get. So instead, you can just start saying, I'm someone who works out daily. And working out can mean I did yoga, I did get steps, I rode my Peloton bike or whatever you need it to mean. So I write that down daily. And then down here, I use this space to just be nice to myself. And also to stay on top of health items. Like, I'll make sure I take my vitamins and whatnot. So over here is where you'll get into the daily part. This is where I thrive. This is the page that really changed my life for me. And I'll show you an example of what I mean. So I have an example spread here. Up here you can see I tell myself good morning every single day just to like say, hey, okay, we're gonna have a good day. I write my core desired feelings here, which are creative, abundant, authentic, inspired, intentional, and vulnerable. I write those down every single day so I can keep them at the forefront of my brain. Like, this is how I want to move through life. Intentional and vulnerable were my 2021 words of the year. And this is one of the ways that I make sure I keep how I want to feel at the forefront of my brain. Next, I use the I am thankful for section for some gratitude. So I'm thankful for money, creativity, and community. And I apologize if this is backwards. Sorry, I'm learning, I'm doing my best. But I am working on my money mindset. So I'm rereading for like the millionth time Jen Sincero's book, You Are a Badass at Making Money. And I'm working on my money mindset. So it's one of the things that she really hammers home in that book is to be grateful for money. So that's something I'm trying to keep in the forefront as well. Also, it helps to keep that in the forefront because I do budget. So whenever I'm doing my budget, it's like, I'm thankful for all of this money and I'm thankful that I know where it's going and what I'm doing with it, etc. So that really helps as well. And then down here, this is an example of something you can write, right? Like, so I am capable of living, what do I say? Living the life of my wildest fucking dreams. Okay, you can write that. You don't have to write that, but that's just an example of how you can use that section. Down here is where I keep track of if I took my vitamins today and if I had a bowel movement today, because if you know me, you know I'm obsessed with fiber. I want to get you shitting daily, okay? So like, it's important. You need to track this. You need to understand how often are you eliminating waste from your body. Okay. Next, my favorite page. Oh my God. And the reason why this is my favorite page, it's gonna sound so stupid. I schedule my water breaks. I schedule my water breaks. I schedule my water breaks. I schedule my lunch break. I schedule my AM routine before I start work. I schedule a workout. If I didn't work out in the morning, then I schedule the workout after. Like, this is really important to me because it keeps my personal life and it keeps my health and well-being at the forefront of my mind during a time where too much shit was on our minds, right? Like, I was forgetting to go get water because I was working so much and so hard that it was like, I'll get water, you know, after I finish this. I'll get water after I finish this. I'll get lunch in a sec. And then it never happened. And then it's 4 o'clock and I'm dehydrated and I didn't eat lunch. Right? So, and then I'm not feeling my best for a workout if I didn't work out that morning. So this helped really overhaul the focus on my personal health and well-being. So you can see here, I'm scheduling my morning routine. Morning routine is going to look different every day. Sometimes I work out in the morning, sometimes I don't, but I schedule that in. And the reason why I don't go into too much detail here is because I don't have enough room. On the Passion Planner, she does start her days earlier, and I think she ends them later as well, which is one of the things that I love about Passion Planner. So I try to be as specific as possible. So when I go back to Passion Planner, I will be scheduling that in, but I schedule in my morning routine. And then I know at 7, I put this line here, this is when I start my workday, 7 to 4:30. So I just go ahead and block that time off. And while I am working and can't really do anything, you know, fun because I'm working, I make sure to schedule in, like I said, water breaks. So I'm doing water. Before I do coffee, I drink water every single morning. So water first, then coffee, and then some more water, and then lunch, water in the afternoon, right? And so I'm not gonna tell you how much water you should be drinking. You can Google it, everyone's different. Figure out how much water you should be drinking and go from there, like start scheduling things in. But it's really important, I think, especially when you're a slave to your computer, make sure you're scheduling in your water breaks, your lunch breaks, your coffee. You know, if you want to do tea after lunch, I schedule that in too. Just, these are ways that you can schedule in some self-care while you are chained to your computer, for lack of a better term. It is what it is, right? So after that, if I didn't work out in the morning, I'll schedule in a workout here at 5 to force me to log off on time. And one thing I love that Peloton did recently was they added a scheduling feature, so you can now schedule your classes. And if you schedule a class at 5 with another friend, you have an additional layer of accountability to log off on time and take some time for yourself. So if I didn't work out in the morning, I'm scheduling a workout. I'll schedule dinner and anything else I want to do after workout and dinner later in the day. To-do list, anything. So right now I'm doing Go Clean Co. I love her, truly. I'm doing her spring cleaning challenge, and this week 2 is kitchen. So if you want to schedule that, you know, your spring cleaning, laundry, right? You want to remember to make your eye doctor appointment or whatever, make your dentist appointment, or, you know, make an oil change appointment, things like that. So that's what I use my to-do list for over here. These boxes down here are breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. I have used them before, but they don't do much for me personally. So I don't really find myself using those, but like I said, don't feel boxed in by the boxes they give you. Make it work for you. So I haven't found a need for these boxes yet, simply because I have so much space here to write other things down. So I rarely use these boxes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I think I said this before, but if not, like this X number of days until goal date, sometimes I'll track my weight there instead of like X days until goal date. So this is just an example of how you can make this work for you. I highly recommend, if you are someone who's working from home, get yourself a daily planner so you can stay on top of your health and well-being. It's super important to take care of yourself, especially right now, you know, like in general, but especially right now. We have seen a lot of things over the year. We've experienced a lot. It's been really crazy, to say the least. And it's important to just make sure that you're amongst all of the crazy, you're still making time for yourself. And this is that scheduling, the time blocks. Those are some of the things that helped me when I was working through my grief recently, losing someone. When you lose someone, it's really easy to lose track of time, you know, just time kind of stops and you get stuck in time, I find. And so scheduling things in my daily planner kept me accountable and kept me going. So that's another tip. Just, you know, use this to your advantage for your health and well-being and your mental health as well. And just make sure that you are making yourself a priority. All right, so that is it, guys. I know this video was a little bit rambly. If you have any questions, come find me on Instagram, send me a DM, whatever. I'm happy to help. This is something I'm super passionate about. I truly believe in the power of daily planners. I've already gotten one of my friends onto them, and I will ramble about it to anyone who's interested. So like I said, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, come find me over on Instagram. And other than that, cheers, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.